Well, just arrived down a build site this morning, just delivered a load more paint. Hopefully that'll be the last lot. I'm doing a calculation as to see how much paint we've actually used. It's gallons upon gallons. Oops. It's a beautiful morning down here on Don Quan build site. Sun's just come up. It's just after 7:30. I've just come down to see how they got on yesterday. As you can see, all the holes where they put the screws and the tape, they're all marked up now and it's been sanded down. And apart from that, a little bit of white there, that's finished. So he reckons another day, but I think it's rather a big job. That's a good picture, isn't it? Looks like something out of a cave painting in Aboriginal times. Oh, dear me. Those dots and dashes, they must symbolise something. There's the last 4 buckets of coloured paint. 3 more buckets of primer. A couple of more tins of thinners. And this box of tricks here is like edging so that they can finish all these beams off and render them all. So we're going to put like edging around them and then render up to them. My plan for the end of this video is to give you a cost breakdown of what this part of the build has cost. The paint, the plasterboard, cement board, etc, etc. Just for a bit of fun in your own head, I'd like you to calculate and try and guess how many gallons or litres of emulsion, steel paint, etc. I can't believe it myself, the amount, but it is a mammoth task. I've worked it out that they put a single coat of primer on the plasterboard, then they did 2 coats of emulsion, and then once they put the plasterboard up, they've done another 2 coats of emulsion. So there's 4 coats of emulsion on there and 1 coat of primer. The steel paint, that was sprayed on or painted. At the beginning it was painted and then later on they sprayed it on using a gun, which I showed you earlier on. And now they're doing the top coat. So that's 2 coats, I suppose. But some parts they're actually putting a little bit more on. And then obviously the primer, that's on all the plasterboard, and also I think they put it on the cement board as well. Our little feathered friends are quite confused. They're still managing to build nests, hide away in between the plasterboard in this entertainment area. There he is. Oh, there he was. There they are. They're going in and out. Up there. But whilst they're flying in and out of the main structure, they're not actually making any nests. They're a bit confused. They do sit on all the steel frames, but no bird has attempted or tried to build a nest on it as yet. We also don't seem to be having any roosting pigeons up there now, and we certainly haven't seen any fresh droppings down here. So maybe they've got the idea now. Mon, I and Ruby have come down the build site this morning. It's a bit quiet down here. There's only 2 people on. Mon, believe it or not, is also the worker that's on. She's painting all the plasterboards in readiness to do the entertainments area. And Loom is sealing off the end of the entertainments area and has just turned on the compressor. So Loom has put in some extra bits of steel to close off the ends of the entertainment area to make them more weatherproof. They're going to put plasterboard up against them. The reason why I turned the compressor on, which will make all the noise, I'm trying to get this done before it kicks in again, is he's going to spray all those before he puts the cement board on. You can see that is going to be the desired effect. Now, from a distance and close up, actually, you couldn't tell the difference. There isn't actually those darker brown steel frame faux looky-likey. You wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. So, well done, Loom. Well done. And the same's going to happen at the other end as well. And then Mon, who is, that's her name, believe it or not, same as our Mon, is painting all the plasterboards, ready to do the ceiling. In the entertainments area. So it might be a bit slow today with people, but apparently he's going to get it all finished today. I think his son's coming this afternoon. There's 2 on half days today. So watch this space, we'll see how we get on. Okay, we're setting out now, ready to do the blocks. As I suspected, there is quite a big differential in levels from one side to the other. But Loom's got it all sorted. He's run a line, run a laser light, a laser level, and we're now about to lay the first block. But we've got to lift it up quite high as the block. So we have now the first line of blocks in the bathroom. I said when he'd done this, he rushed it and he didn't measure it properly. He just done it just to pacify us, but so that we can put the blocks along the line that we've got here. We've had to put some clay bricks in there to bridge the gap that's there. But that won't matter, because at the end of the day, we're having the bathroom fitted in here. So we're well on our way. The blocks are started. Setting up this corner the corner over there and running that line of blocks in and setting up took about 2 hours. I reckon they're gonna crack on once they get moving, but they're complaining the blocks are heavy. They are actually very heavy because they're quite dense, because they're they're structural blocks. They're about 1/3 heavier than the normal AAC blocks. That's the difference between G2 and G4. G4, as I said before, there's no need to put concrete pillars up. So hopefully they'll just keep running a line. Only got one window in our bedroom, 2 doors, one for the bathroom and one the entrance. They're the only gaps. The rest, they just keep running the blocks up. So hopefully by the end of the day it will see a marked progress, and hopefully I'll be a lot happier. I didn't freaking sleep very well last night. Had too many coffees in the day yesterday, and my head is really starting to spin now because of this set out. Got to get it spot on. So, oh yeah, we've got another trip to Global House because we've got to get a paper stroke metal tube. Well, good morning. It's 6:30 in the morning on the 6th of December. Yesterday, the 5th of December, we started the blocks, or laying out the blocks. First course took a little bit of time because we have a very undulating level, and the floor's not level at all, which is what I expected. But after a little bit of tinkering and a little bit of faffing around, we've got the basic outline of our living quarters. And I think now, once we've got this, so now we have the basic outline of our living quarters. As you can see, it's not the largest of spaces, but what do you do in a bedroom? Answers on a postcard. No, you only sleep really, and the bathroom as well. They've got to put the walls up today, which they're going to do later on. We have a 1.5 metre window going in there. There's no windows going at the front. The door is 90 centimetres, and it'll have a sliding door on the outside. The bathroom will be an 80 centimetre sliding door obviously on the outside of the bathroom. There will be a lovely ornate, or it will be a similar design as the rest of the doors and shutters on the front. And then we'll come through into what will be the living quarters, and there'll be 2 round pillars we're going to build, and then we'll put a ring beam at 2.5 metres up around to them pillars. They will have the doors, they will have a metre each side of each of the pillars. It's hard to explain, but essentially we've reduced the size of the actual doors to 2.5 metres high by 5 metres wide. One was on cost, and 2 was on the advice of the door builders as well. It's not a big problem at the end of the day. We're still going to have 5 metre bifolding sliding doors, and we haven't had the price for them yet. But I've got a figure in my head, and if it comes in at that. So all the doors, the window apertures will be used as, there'll be shutters, and the front door as well. And they'll all be of the same design. That will come later on. Another video, we visited the actual woodworking machinist place the other day with Mon and I. I think I said in an earlier video that I was going to try and keep the video shorter. I think this might be a little bit longer than normal. But anyway, I make no apologies for it. It's quite a lot of big updates. Okay, that brings us to the end of episode 5 of Gary and Mon's house build here in Dongguan It's our northeast Thailand. I hope you've enjoyed the video that I put out today, and if you have, and you found it mildly entertaining, a little bit informative, please subscribe, it costs nothing. I'd love you to come along for our journey with us. Also as well, obviously, we'd like the old thumbs up, and if you leave a comment, I'll get back to you. I answer all comments and I certainly read them all. And yeah, it's starting to come together now. This head up here has had something in its head for a long time, and it's this house build. And I think now that we're just starting to see the blocks going up, Mon said to me yesterday, it's looking like a house now. I can see it, So my visionary that I had in my head is now coming into Mon's, and she's getting more excited. And she's getting more involved as well, which is what I want. I want her to engage, I want her to make some decisions. She made decisions on the colour and everything of the boards. I just want her to be involved, and she is. So, thanks for watching, and until next time, goodbye!